So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped on to Twitter's. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, are saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well,
hey my people, Gracie here once again, welcoming you back to the channel. How are y'all doing? First of all, yeah, I hope that God has protected you always, preserved you, provides for you. And yes, you know, I do appreciate all of you that keep supporting me on here. Generous souls that give me super thanks and super chats. That rooster that you're hearing in the background is saying thank you, just in case you heard it. But yes, from me too, thank you so very much for being generous on this channel. My members, a big shout out to you guys. You are so highly appreciated for supporting me on here. We do have another interesting episode. You cannot make these things up. Yeah. Apparently, there's a palm-colored man that disguised himself as a MAGA, and he infiltrated into a Twitter live that had his people, farmers, that were literally crashing out, saying that they thought when the immigrants are gotten rid of, black people are going to be going to their farms and work as indentured servants. Black people don't have jobs. You can make these things up. We have to watch his video and the responses that black people gave in here. Please do me a favor, stick around. I have black news to report on in the middle or anywhere, so please don't go anywhere, because that is how I'm going to keep reporting on some of the things that happen in the black community. Let's watch this, come back and talk about it. Do me a favor, like the video, share it. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know. Are you ready to go back to the farms?
so now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped on to Twitter's. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, are saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. That's what you thought. It's still going right now. And I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
So I was on YouTube and I came across this video claiming that white farmers are outraged that black people do not want to work on their farms. And I thought it was fake because I was like, this has to be like clickbait or whatever. So I searched and I came across Facebook, and y'all, the comments were wild. I still wasn't sure if it was real. So I tried to go to the staffing agency's website, and y'all, apparently so many people went to their website that the website crashed. So I figured, okay, maybe this is actually real. So they're basically offering $11 an hour to pick blueberries, 9 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, from May to July in Louisiana heat. Now, I never heard of Laranger, so I decided to look it up real quick. So here's some info. And just so you know, my source is this website called places.us.com. So anyway, livability is a C-. Population is less than 6,000. Demographics is almost 91% white, followed by black, then Hispanic, then Indian, then Asian, and pretty much zero Hawaiian. I saw that they voted Republican in 2020, but it probably doesn't take a genius to guess how they voted in 2024. So that's just to give you a little info about the town. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So $11 an hour is what they're offering. Full-time, 7 days a week, 9 to 10 hours a day. Now, according to salary.com, Louisiana's minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. So this is a bump. But let's be real. Now, for some people, they might say, oh, it's a job. Go work it. It's a job. But it's not a job, It's more like a sentence. And then when you look at who they expect to take these jobs, you don't have to guess. It's a page straight out of history. Black folks, migrant workers, the ones who are currently facing deportation right now, vulnerable communities getting used for backbreaking labor for pennies. But people are saying this is what they voted for. So what do you think? Is it FAO season or what?
So apparently on Twitter, from what I'm hearing from a white guy, that white farmers on Twitter were thinking black people were going to come work on their farms after the Latino people got kicked out of the U.S. Basically like a slavery type thing. Like they thought black people didn't have jobs and we were going to come back and work on their farms. I don't even want to. Y'all really think somehow, some way, y'all gonna get all black Americans to come and work on some type of farm or field or anything like that? Yeah, y'all can try it.
So I know I was talking about, the Latino vote before. The Viva vote for Donald Trump. Okay, well, let's get on to the white folks. The white farmers. So, word is out now that the white farmers voted for Donald Trump because they thought they were going to get black Americans in the fields. Because they also thought black folks did not have jobs. So when we put this all together, somehow the white farmers were convinced that black folks don't have jobs. We don't work. we don't work. And so they voted for Donald Trump because they thought, okay, he gonna send them in the fields. So Donald Trump and them, with their whole Project 2025, said, okay, so we got to make this happen. So we got to cut these DEI stuff, all this DEI stuff, to put black Americans out of work. When in reality, they put a bunch of white folk out of work just to get black folks out of work. And so all these cuts that are happening are to try and harm black Americans so much till they think that we're going to go into the fields. Now, when you think about that, that makes you double back and see why they want the Latinos out. Because the Latinos, right, to them, they are reproducing entirely too fast, okay? And so they're like, we got to get them out of here because black Americans don't reproduce as fast as the Latinos. And so if we could get them out, then the black Americans can take their place in the field. This is for real. And so now you double back to the black jobs. They're taking your job. Yes, you got to double back to what he said. They're taking black jobs, y'all. Like, they have all this down. Like, they have all this whole circle. So now let's go back to the farmers, if you're still with me, okay? Because the white farmers, that's what they believed that was going to happen. So if y'all got all that straight, this is the message to the white farmers. The last thing you want is for black Americans to be in your fields. Don't let the devil fool you. As a matter of fact, you might want to let the devil fool you to see what's going to happen. But I'm trying to tell you, the last thing you ever going to want is black Americans in your fields. Nah, I'm going to let you fill in the blank on that one. And this goes to show that they will go to any lengths. Remember I said that, first of all, we had the Latinos, some Latinos, not all of them, just them Cuban ones, talk about you're next, right? To black Americans. So they thought we was immigrants, okay? And so now we have the white farmers who are still living in the 1700s. Thinking back to glory days, quote unquote, they thought with their vote, we were going to the fields. So you got one group thinking they gonna kick us out of here, and we got another group of people thinking that we going to the fields. Now this right here is a real mental problem because people are literally I'm telling y'all, people are stuck in the 1700s when they think about black Americans, okay? I'm telling you, their thought process, they sit around probably at campgrounds and picnics and stuff and talk about how can we make this happen? That was their heyday. I'm telling you, when that freaking plantation house burned down in Louisiana, I think, right? That was their heyday. Now, I'm trying to say that was their heyday. When that plantation house down in Louisiana got torched, okay? I'm telling you, that broke them. But I just want to, I want to teach them a little bit more history if I have your attention, right? If I have your attention, right? This is some history that a lot of people don't know, okay? But Y'all didn't know black Americans had white servants? Y'all ain't know that? I mean, it wasn't widespread or anything like that, but we had white servants. Yeah, and they wanted to be our servants because they needed work. They were coming over from Europe. Yeah, and they were docile too. Yeah, they were docile, and black Americans, the aristocrats, the wealthy ones, because they were wealthy ones. Okay, they had white servants. So I don't know if y'all ever see them pictures. Let me find a picture. I couldn't find a picture. I wasn't gonna go back and try to find a picture, but if you can watch videos, you'll be able to find a picture of possibly some black people in the horse-drawn carriages, and there may be someone white as the horseman or I'm not sure what you call them, coachman or whatever. Yeah, he worked for them. Yes, indeed. It was a big thing. It was a big, big thing. When everybody began to see in the early 1900s. What? Black Americans, they use the other word. Black Americans have white servants. Yeah, that's a bit of history they don't like to put on TV. And the reason for it is because they were like, okay, they had white people here that they could hire, and they also had black people here that they could hire. But they felt that the white people from Europe were so docile, and they were less expensive. Now, they weren't the only ones who thought that. The wealthy white people thought that too. The wealthy white people were like, yeah, we like the docile immigrant white people. They're a lot cheaper. They take less money. Yeah, so there's a bit of history for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was like that. Oh yeah, because they knew they would have to pay black Americans a lot more. Lot more. So they always went for the immigrant. And see, when the black Americans hired the white immigrants, they were like really, really like, yes, we will do it. Yes, we will do it. Because they want to stay in America. Here's the difference. Here's the difference though. Black Americans didn't mistreat them. They didn't mistreat them at all. But anyway, that's just a little side note. But yeah, to the white farmers again, this is the last thing you want. The last thing you want is for black Americans to be out in your fields. The last thing you want. Just and believe. And next time, you know what? Stop basing your vote on how to harm black Americans. Because you're going to end up running into that wall that's going to tumble. Okay? That's what's going to end up happening. Stop doing that. All of you do it. Like, all of you. You had the conservative Asian Americans coming through with the whole Ivy League school. We don't want black Americans there. Then you had the I will vote for Donald Trump Cubans, okay, who were thinking, okay, you're next, okay? Okay, we're not immigrants, so we're not next. And now we have the white farmer who thought that they were going to get the black Americans in the fields. And then this is all off of Project 2025. So now look where you got America. Look where you got the United States of America. And a lot of people say, why black Americans think everything revolves around them? No, y'all think everything revolves around us because y'all make everything revolve around us. Y'all stuff coming out.
You thought you were getting your slaves back, is basically what you were saying. That's what you.
I'll never understand how the individuals who cannot be in the sun for too long thinks that they are superior to others. Like, the sun itself, Mother Nature herself, tries to unalive them. Like, their track record with Mother Nature has not been very good. Y'all hear about Napoleon? Apparently, him and his men decided to capture a whole bunch of innocent bunny rabbits, and when they let the bunny rabbits go, the bunny rabbits turned around and beat the ever-living out of them. You'd think at some point the pale humans would have figured out how to respect all nature. It's real interesting how they are descendants of immigrants, thinking that they can tell other people who does or doesn't belong. It's like going into a stranger's house and dictating who can or cannot visit. They are psychopaths. They're lazy liars.
That man said he went up on the Twitters and he saw the white farmers, saying that, oh, well, we thought the black folk were going to come back and do the job. He said that they said the blacks. But he said they were convinced that when they started deporting these non-black people of color, right, that we were going to be taking their places back in the fields. Essentially, they thought they were getting their slaves back, right? They thought slavery was going to come back full force. We were going to be like, oh, okay, let's get on back to them fields. Because they don't think black people have jobs. But it makes sense because remember when Trump said they're taking your black jobs? Y'all remember that? Yeah, what do y'all think he meant by that? He meant the people that are in the fields now, right? Which are the Hispanic community, the Latinos. He meant that they were taking our black jobs. See, because he thinks that black people's job is to be up in the field. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he thinks. So it all makes sense now. They really thought, these farm owners really thought that black folk, they were going to deport the Hispanics, the Latino community, and that black people were going to go back to the field working for nothing. And they tell us to stop living in the past.
If there are any Midwestern white farmers on this app, I need y'all to confirm this shit. Did y'all really think black folks was gonna work in those fields after y'all got rid of all the immigrants? y'all thought that we was gonna be working for y'all? Y'all on Twitter throwing it up, talking about Trump that took all the immigrants. We thought the black folks was gonna come work for us. I think the fuck not. I'm sorry, my ancestors didn't fight this hard for me to get back in the sun, bitch. You got me fucked up. You better get all your little kids and get them some little sun hats and some visors and some sun cream and some suntan lotion and have them picking that goddamn vegetable. Y'all really wanted some indentured service, didn't y'all? That was not on my bingo card. Y'all really thought that shit? Y'all better go ask your daddy Trump to go get y'all people back. I said this during the election.
So y'all remember when it was said that we taking all the black jobs? They really thought that we was gonna be looking for black jobs, y'all. And I woke up this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this guy made a video, and I saved it to my favorite, so you can go look for it. And he said he was pretending to be MAGA on one of those other apps. He said they were doing a live, and the farmers were saying that they thought that the black people would be looking for jobs to work on their farms. Now you gotta be kidding me. Do they think we really looking for farm work? Do they not know that we are educated and we got degrees? And being a farm worker ain't even in the jobs categories that we be looking for. They really don't know how educated some of us are. They don't know how many degrees a lot of us have. They got to be really lost if they think that we want to come and work on their farms. They don't know that our parents and our grandparents growing up wouldn't even let us be outside if it wasn't no shade outside. Do they really think that we gonna work on a farm where ain't no shade trees at? I hate to disappoint y'all, baby, but you're going to have to get somebody else to do it, because we ain't working on nobody's farm. Never. The only way you're gonna see black people working on a farm is if they own the farm, because we not working on nobody's farm as no workers. So I hate to disappoint y'all. If y'all thought those was black jobs that black people looking for, honey, you better think again, because black folks that I know got good jobs. We've had a black president, we had a black vice president, we got black senators, we got black congressmen, we got black CEOs, we got black doctors, we got black nurses, we got black psychiatrists, we got a lot of good black jobs. I don't know what y'all thought we was gonna be farm workers for. We don't even want to work in the fast food industry. Those jobs, we don't want those kind of jobs. So I hate to disappoint you MAGA people, but we don't do farm work. So get somebody else to do it. I'll like, share, comment, and repost. Drop in the comments y'all education and y'all good black jobs, because they don't think we got good black jobs out here. So we need to let them see it.
Hey y'all, did I read that article about the dairy farmers? The ones that voted for Trump are speaking out, because now they're sorry they voted for Trump. They didn't think it was going to affect them. They're all crying. Who's going to milk the cows? Who's going to milk your cows? And you put the level for Trump? Well, roll up your goddamn sleeves. Roll up your goddamn sleeves. Because it looks like y'all got to milk your own goddamn cows. See, it's funny how you're talking about illegal immigrants. Y'all brought them over here. Y'all paid to bring them here so they can do your work, so they can work on your farms. Y'all white folks paid to bring them here so they can work on your farms. And then you turned around and voted for Trump. Now you're sorry? Because you're looking around your farm and they're all gone? And you want people to feel sorry for you? We don't give a fuck. But you better hurry up and get up and roll up your goddamn sleeve and go milk your cows. One at a time, baby. Go milk them goddamn cows. Wake your family up, get your husbands up, your children up, get your relatives up, have them come over there and help you milk your goddamn cows. Because your ass should have thought about it before you went into that booth, pulled that lever with your full chest, and voted for Trump. Now, get up, rise and shine, y'all. Go out there and milk your goddamn cows yourselves.
2025, middle of the year. And you, my melanated people, and some of the palm-colored people that watch on here, I don't want you to say you were not prepared for this. You were prepared last year during Trump campaigns. Yeah, he said, they are taking the black jobs. Black people need jobs. And in his mind, I know a lot of people would be like, yeah, the black jobs might as well be doctors and all of that. Tell me one immigrant or like a very large group of immigrants that are doctors in America. Like a large group, right? Tell me a large group of illegals that are in financial institutions. Tell me who. Of course, the largest majority of immigrants that are illegal in that country, they're working on the farms. They're doing these dirty, low-income wage jobs. Make America great again. When was America great again? The times when black people were cultivating American wealth, making America the great economic power, right? On the fields. Yeah. When was America great again? When black people were subjugated, not allowed to work in certain spaces, therefore they have to go back to that time where they can't work in offices, right? Because there's no illegal immigrant that is going to work in a very big office. None of them are going to influence any policy making. None. It's black people. Make America great again when black people didn't have rights to vote, because right now they have power to influence policy making. Yeah, now they can see that this is racism, this is subjugation, this is not right, and they speak up. Make America great again when all the immigrants, all the people that is believed not to belong to America, didn't have any right to do anything. They could not even enter America. So these people made sure that they not only fight for themselves, but they also fight for the rights of immigrants, that they end up in America and make some American dollars. Make America great again. So you want to tell me that you were not prepared for this? This dude prepared each and every one of our people for this when he was campaigning. And yeah, I know a lot of MAGA sellouts are going to come and be like, oh, the dude himself said he doesn't want to share the screenshots and links. That means this really did not happen. These are people that are just making up stories and all of that. Well, go back and look at the campaigns of Trump. I think that will open your eyes, right? Go back and see some of the videos where the K Club goes around and they literally want a world where it's only palm-colored people. If you want receipts, go ahead. Is it Stephen Miller? Yes. He say he wants. He sees an America with 100 million people, and all those people have to look like him. You still want receipts, right? You still want receipts? When we have just on the Juneteenth, these people literally mocked and disrespected a black woman on a black holiday, right? And a lot of them are disrespecting this holiday, knowing very well that majority of them never wanted slavery or emancipation to even happen. They never wanted slavery to end. So that the Lulu these people reside in is real, and I think it's the receipts. Oh, let's not forget, this is coming out in a time when the largest deportation in the history of America is happening, and therefore the immigrants are not going on the farms anymore. And these people, they are going to lose money. food is going to be more expensive. And the reason as to why the immigrants had to be gotten rid of is because they were producing a lot. And in 100 years, it is believed that them, people, are going to be outnumbered. Tell me they have a right to be in that country. Stand in front of me and tell me they have every right to be in that country when they stole it. Stole it from the natives, the indigenous of that land. Welcomed nicely, fed, protected, dressed. And they decided to do the natives dirty. And you're telling me they want to make America great again. For who? America great for who? For Americans. Everybody else is Native American, Black American, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, except them, European Americans. And they are the thieves. Okay? So you want receipts? If they are not in your eyes, like if you don't see all these things and they prove to you that these people, this is exactly what they've always wanted to do to Black people, well, then you are in the same boat as them. Hopefully you look like them. Hopefully they can pick you, because a lot of the MAGA sellouts are pick-me's anyway. Yeah, they are pick-me's. But for you, like, you must have another level of delulu for you to believe right now you're going to take back Black people into the farms, into the fields. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against agriculture or farming, but the manner in which they want to do it, for them, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy to see a Black man on the tree. Now, let me feed you on what is happening right now in the Black world.
Another Black man from a tree in 2025. And we're just supposed to swallow that and move on? No, not this time. Not Earl Smith. He was 58, a father, a grandfather, a man who had just been baptized. And on the morning of June 11th of 2025, his body was found in a tree in Albany, New York. And before his family could even process what happened, before a single piece of footage was even reviewed, the police said there's no foul play. It looks like that line, that's the rope now. Sterile, passive, clean. But the message is the same. Don't ask, don't push. Just move along.
A 58-year-old Black man was found, yes, on the tree. 50 what? 8 years old. Yeah? You want the people that are sellouts, you still want receipts? I'm not gonna give you more receipts. But don't forget that this is some of their fantasies. They fantasize this happening. Yeah. Don't you think like these Delulu guys, yeah? The Caucus guys. Don't you think, you guys, it's too late for you to be fantasizing this? And let me tell you this, majority of the people that are thinking this way are old people. But this is the kind of legacy they want to leave behind. And you know, you use Twitter, public spaces, which we know that the owner belongs to that category as well. But you want to use this, yeah, as a safe space. You must be ignorant. You must be another level ignorant to use social media, and you think that people are not going to infiltrate those spaces and know what you guys are up to. Make America great again. I don't know where the South Africans are, because they say they are farmers, but probably the number is not big enough. But for all the people that supported this man to come in office because you wanted America to be made great again, right? The jobs are there. Please go and take them, because no Black person is going to go and work those farms. Yeah? Especially not in a manner that these people fantasize. Or let's remind you that Black people have money now and they own farms too. Yeah, they have land, they own farms too, and they are doing amazing. So if you thought these are the days when, because these people normally want to throw out a propaganda that black people don't have jobs, black people are not educated, which is some of the propaganda they throw out in, you know, in the entire world. Black people are, all of them are on drugs. Black people, all of them are on SNAP benefits, on disability benefits, on low income living benefits, you know. This population that you're talking about makes only, let's say, 13%, as they normally say, right? This population only makes that percentage, right? But should we bring the receipts of how many of them are on these benefits? So I think the propaganda that black people don't have jobs, black people don't have this, you know, they are the ones that deserve to be down there working for you. You will be shocked that majority of you people are on these benefits. Majority of you people are the ones that are committing crimes. If we are to look at the true statistics, don't bring me all these faked Fox News, faded, whatever news. But those were the reactions of black people to this. I'm sure you must have seen when MAGA, FAF, or whatever really was coming, you must have come across this. But now this confirms. Do not forget that black people, y'all are a target. Okay? You heard me what I said in the middle of the video? 58-year-old black man, yeah, made a video about truck drivers, took the video down, especially in those small towns. Be careful. Mwegendereze in my language, it means be careful. Because you're not just dealing with, you know what I mean. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I think for me for today, black people continue thriving, continue showing them that, hey, you know what? Yeah, you better prepare your sons and daughters to keep that legacy going, because otherwise we are buying those farms. Hello. From me for today, that's it. I love all of you. Keep and stay safe. And what do you think? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in another amazing video. My name is Gracie. Stay black and blessed. Bye.